What up, everyone? I'm back again, my second upload of the day. I probably should have uploaded this yesterday, but I just couldn't get around to it, and I think it came out a bit late. But anyway, here it is, my review for Jojolion, Chapter 54. And I just got done reading this chapter, but because these chapters have just had so much recently, like just so much content in them, and everything, I'm gonna try something a bit different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the chapter as I read through it again. I look over each page, and at the end, I'll just go over a few things, give final thoughts and all that good stuff. So let me know what you think of this format. Would you like me to do this in the future? You know, just tell me what you think. So let's get started. We start out, I'm looking at the first page, we start out with just blood splattering out of a wound. Alright, that's pretty much the entire page. We then see that is Norisuke's wound. He's still laying on that couch, just sprawled out, got that huge cut in his arm. And yeah, that's pretty much that page. You can see Damo on the top of like the really big panel, just looking out the window. So next page, uh, let's just look this over real quick. Oh yeah, this is a funny little page. So Damo's still looking around and he sees the fishbowl. He's checking out that fishbowl. He takes out two fish and throws them into Norisuke's like fluid-like body. Oh my god, dude. Dude, Damo is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Making someone's own fish swim around in their body. That's messed up, man. That's Jesus. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just what it is for a while. Yeah, next page you see the fish really digging in, swimming about and everything. Damo is being a little millennial about it, fucking recording it, probably gonna upload it to Twitter or some bullshit. Uh, so then he starts talking again, telling him there's no way you could have killed Yagiyama, no fucking way. So Damo's pretty sure that Josefumi is here, but of course Norisuke has no idea who Josefumi is, and Damo thinks that he's just lying about that shit. Um, and Damo keeps saying, we're just looking for the corpse. It was underground, but it wasn't by Kira's. Norisuke keeps telling him he doesn't know, and Damo just stuffs some more fish in and punches him right in the face. Oh gosh, honestly, Damo's gonna need to do something insane to surprise me at this point. Like I couldn't even say what it is he should do to surprise me because that would defeat the purpose entirely. But I mean, first he's cutting people with dollar bills, and now he's throwing fish into them. This guy's too much. This is just too much. So then Damo tells him about his third goal. This is the next page. And he just says that he's going to kill the entire family. Now, I'm a bit confused by this when he says this. You'll see later on, or maybe it's even later on in this page. Yeah, later on in this page, I think he kind of contradicts himself. Because at first he says, finally, I'm going to slaughter your entire family. And then he says, uh, if you don't tell me where Josefumi is, well, I mean, okay, so that's what he says. So what he actually says is, also I could call her here and kill her right in front of you. If you don't tell me where Josefumi is, that is, and then I'll let you live. So he's not slaughtering the entire family. So, I don't know. Maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself. Maybe that was like a translation thing. I don't know. Maybe by the, I'm going to slaughter your entire family means everyone but you. That's probably the case. And anyway, again, Damo is brutal as fuck. Let's continue. Um, okay, so next page, more cutting with the dollar bill. And now he's calling Hato over. Now, I'm not sure if Hato can actually hear her dad screaming, because he's yelling stop, but in the page showing Hato listening, the only text bubbles you can see are Damo calling her over. But she looks really nervous, so that leads me to believe that she figures something's up. She's not stupid, but I still wonder if she can actually hear her dad. So next page, it's more Josuke and Hato talking. And Josuke lets her know, it's like, Damo is going to kill you. And she's just having a hard time believing this, because I don't know if you remember this, because it's been several months, but they were actually a couple, Hato and Damo. Not for very long, but she has some sort of attachment to him at this point, and it's hard for her to believe that she would she might be killed by him right now. Josuke saying, like, I'll defeat him and all that. Just bring him to the entryway. Josuke's a badass. He could probably, he may be able to do it. I don't know. I mean, Damo did wreck Josefumi and Kira in the past. But yeah, let's continue. So, call him here. Hato's still having a bit of issues believing that shit. Damo is calling her over more. And then finally, Norisuke snaps. And now he's going to start blabbing. Well, first he says, just kill me. And that he's going to talk. So he's pretty much just saying, like, at this point, he's just hypothesizing, as he says, that Josuke is Josefumi, like the person he's looking for. But he doesn't know for sure. He just, puts together, it's like Damo's looking for the guy that was underground with Kira, and he knows that Josuke was found underground next to the body of Kira. And, I mean, he's just not completely sure because of the different appearances, the fact that Josuke doesn't know his past and everything. I guess that's the one thing keeping him from just absolutely saying, like, that is him. But Damo takes that as like yeah, it's him. So, yeah, that's just what he's going on for the next few pages. So, yeah, and then he mentions his stand, Josuke's stand, and that his differing appearance and stuff could have something to do with the Rokakaka's equivalent exchange. So then we've got Hato on the next page coming into the room and seeing all this, and Damo, being the brutal motherfucker he is, instantly liquefies her and then kicks her leg off and kicks her towards the fireplace, just destroying her. You see Norisuke, a little shot of him melting even more than he already is. Even the fish are actually out of him at this point. Kinda odd. Next page, Damo is approaching Josuke, who's like half melted on the ground. And he's calling him Josefumi. So he's damn sure that Josuke may as well be Josefumi. And he's surprised by the form that he's able to take because of the Rokakaka. Talks a little bit about what happened on the day that we were getting all the flashbacks about. So Josuke is actually getting a little bit of his own memories back, or, well, they're being told to him. I doubt he's really paying that much attention to what he's saying, though. And then a nice little fight starts. You got that shot of vitamin C. The hands just doing a flurry of attacks. Love that shit. And then you see, next page, Soft and Wet punching with just one of its arms. Because I guess on the stand, the left one isn't there. That probably has something to do with Josuke's left side just being completely uh, liquefied and all that. But then Damo does the only thing that would make sense in this situation when a stand is trying to punch the shit out of you. You put a coin and you put it right in front of its fist. And obviously, what happens after this is the entire arm splits in half down the middle. Oh my god. I wonder if that even hurts. I don't really think it doesn't look like there's any blood coming out, but like it's like dark looking between the well, in the middle of the split and everything. But that's just crazy. I wonder if he even got hit by Soft and Wet, because it kind of looks like it in the first part of it. It looks like there's a lot of punches coming, but it's not entirely sure if it makes contact, because the actually I don't think it does, because the sound effects are doo, and like it's just like doo doo doo, that kind of shit, and the same sound effects could be seen on the other page with just the shot, like the page before, with just a little shot of Josuke laying on the ground, which I think is supposed to be like um, that sound effect that's supposed to give this feel of suspense or something like that. But I guess because those are the sound effects being used, we can say that Damo was not even hit by this attack, and Josuke just had his arm split in half. You know, he lost that exchange. Next page, you get another shot of the arm split in half, you know, surrounding Damo. And Josuke gets a nice sock right to the chest, flies to the wall. And then this part was interesting too. So you see a bubble go up to Damo's glasses, and then it breaks one of the lenses, the left lens, and he, gets a little cut on him, whatever. And then they mention, well, Damo mentions that Kira is the one who did an exchange with Josefumi's body and everything, right? So then he goes on to mention that in the next, not the next page, but God, where is it? Maybe I just glossed it over. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah, the same page. Well, the page after the glasses break, he says that this ability, part of it is Kira's. So that's new, actually. That's pretty new. Because before, it seemed like Soft and Wet's ability, Josuke's Soft and Wet, not Josefumi's. Josuke's Soft and Wet, was a punch robot, but also had those bubbles that could store things or take a property away from something, right? So in this case, it just straight up broke the lens, and the fact that he said the ability is part of Kira's means that it exploded, right? So is this just a new thing Josuke figured out how to do? Like he can make his bubbles just straight up explode now? Because I don't remember them doing that before. He's just used it to store things and take aspects or properties away from things until now. But yeah, that's interesting. Maybe we'll see him do more of that in the future. So next page, Josuke is looking awfully calm, honestly, even though he's almost entirely melted and cornered by Damo. And then he gets his liver carved out. He just gets his liver carved out. Like, what the... Who does that? Who just carves out someone's liver? And why? And why did he just decide on the liver? Like, maybe you could have done like the spleen or the large intestine. That'd take a while. But I don't know, that's brutal but silly. Yeah, Damo's talking about, it's like, oh, I've done this before. And then he says he's going to slit his throat. But then Hato just flies down out of nowhere outside, covered in bubbles. And, she's covered in all the bubbles. She's getting out of it. Next page. And then he notices, he looks over at the fireplace and he sees all the bubbles going up. So you know that Josuke was just planning on this the whole time, obviously. Yeah, Damo says you send Hato outside through the chimney. And, Hato's completely fine. She's not melted or anything. Extends the heel of her high heels and then stabs right through Damo's throat. Like, holy fuck. That is one of the few times we've seen Damo get injured by, like, another person. It was probably because he was surprised by everything, his supposed girlfriend or whatever that he just melted is now outside, and it was, just kicked him. Like, that's surprising as hell. So that's probably what helped her get the hit in. But yeah, Hato just turns into an absolute badass. I mean, she's shedding some tears in the next page, but she just goes to town on him. They briefly discuss how Josuke was able to do it, and then they mention that those shrub leaves that went outside the door healed back to normal. So if something gets outside vitamin C's range, it goes back to normal. So right there, that's how the family is going to survive this whole ordeal, right? Once Damo is killed, there won't be any more range to his stand. So they'll be out of range, or they'll just make him retire. Honestly, with the way Part 8's going, Damo is... like, he's going to escape somehow, or he's dead. Like, he's dead in the next chapter or two. So everyone's going to turn back to normal and things are going to be fine, unless someone actually dies in, during the time before Damo gets out of their range. Well, has it so the family is out of his range by either dying or leaving. But yeah, Hato just continually stabs him with the elongated heel, and it is just absolutely brutal, stabbing him. In this one page, he stabs him through the left shoulder, the left hand, right through the palm, and... no, I'm sorry, I'm so dumb. Right shoulder, right palm, and left knee. Like, right through the knee. Oh, and he's already been stabbed through the neck, right? So he's just getting destroyed. He rolls over to the fireplace, and he's cursing Hato, trying to, but also trying to tell him that, like, he actually does love her and all that bullshit. Nah, no one's falling for that shit. And then we get a shot of Hato with her stand right behind her, and her stand looks badass as fuck. It looks like kind of looks like it's made of straw or something. So, like, that part's a bit odd, but that shit's bulky. Like, that is a huge stand. That is scary looking, because it's got that, head tilt. It's like, fuck you want, motherfucker? Like, that stand will steal your lunch money. It'll do it, man. With it'll stab you through the fucking throat with its high heels. Awesome stand design, in my opinion, even though I can't even see all of it. And for now, all we know is the ability elongates things. But yeah, then Hato proceeds to pull a Part 1 Dio and walk up the side of a wall. And that's where we end the chapter. Like, oh my god. So Josuke is... Oh my god, the phone. Okay. The phone's done ringing. I wasn't gonna answer that. I don't care who it is. So yeah. Josuke... As I see it now, I don't think Josuke is going to be killing Damo. Because Hato... This is Hato's time to shine, right? Hato brought Damo to the house. And was tricked by him and everything. And she's ready to kill him now. She's revealed her stand. She's already stabbed through him 4 times. He's on the run. She's walking up the wall like a fucking badass. She is ready to kill Damo. And I'm ready to see that shit go down. All I could really say though is, where the hell is Joshu? Because he's still stuck in the pipes, if I remember correctly. Like, several chapters ago, he went down the drain, so he's probably in the the piping like system of the house. So like 2 things are gonna happen that I can think of with him. One, he'll find his way out in like a gutter or something. I don't know. He'll find his way out and maybe help join the fight. Or when everything's done, they're not gonna know where he is, and then he'll just be like stuck somewhere extremely awkward and probably be in a lot of pain, and that could either be really gruesome or really silly. But either way, Joshu's not what's important right now. And I don't even think Josuke is what's important right now. All the focus is on Hato. I really hope that this isn't like one of the only times we really get to see her shine and see her stand and this badass side of her, because I'm loving it. I think she's so much cooler now. She used to just be the ditzy character, but she can kick your ass. What else? So Josuke did hear a bit of his past from Damo in some of the pages before Hato shows up. So I wonder if there'll be any point in this where Josuke is going to question Damo at all, when Hato's got him like pinned down or something, or pretty much waiting to bleed out or whatever. I'd like for Josuke to get a bit more knowledge on his past, because we know more than he does right now. And that's a bit weird. It's a bit weird to have that. But it could work out pretty well. There could be some misunderstandings here and there. Even though there aren't many people left, provided Damo dies in the next chapter or 2 and Josuke doesn't get any of his past revealed to him, there really isn't going to be anyone left to tell him, because like everyone will be dead. And Holly doesn't have any of her memories or anything. She has that medical issue. So possibly, I saw this post on Reddit. People were thinking that long-haired dude that was in Josuke's memories a while back is actually Jobin, right? And because of that, they were thinking that Jobin could possibly be the big baddie, and he could be in control of Damo, Yagiyama, Aphex Twins, those guys, right? And if that's the case, then he probably would have heard of what happened in the past, when the backstory that we just got, the flashback, whatever you want to call it. So he probably would have heard of that, And then that would give Josuke the opportunity, well, an opportunity to learn his past. But for now, we still know more than him. And I'm feeling for my boy Josuke because he wants to know that more than anything else. Um, so hopefully he learns it, maybe just a little bit of it in the next chapter or two. Like, I'd be fine with just a little bit. I don't think he will, though, just judging off of other fights like the Aphex Twins and stuff. Josuke just killed the shit out of them in like one chapter. Didn't question them or anything, just demolished them. And that may be the same case here with Damo. But Hato may not follow through with the final blow with Damo, and that may cause issues. She may falter a little bit. But we'll see. I can't really think of much else to talk about with this chapter. I loved this chapter, if I haven't said it enough or made it apparent enough. This is great shit. Jojolion just bringing that quality content every month. And yeah, I can't wait for next month. Again, guys, I mentioned this right in the beginning, but if you liked this format, I'm sure this video is long as fuck right now. But if you liked this format, let me know. If you didn't care for it too much, also let me know. I'd like to, do the best job I can and the most thorough job I can with doing these Jojolion reviews, because I love Jojolion and just the JoJo's manga in general. So yeah, that's it. If you would like to see more of my videos when they come out, remember to subscribe. Please comment on this video with your thoughts on this chapter, speculation, and shit like that. I love to hear it. I love to discuss with you guys about it. Like the video if you so please, and I will see you guys around.